to meet you. I'm a director of this academy. My name is Samantha. Yeah, have a seat. Thank you. Now I will look over your resume and the cover letter. It's very impressive.
Thank you.
And I will give some questions first. Could you give me your self-introduction?
There are 4 daughters in my family besides my parents, and I'm youngest. And I entered public in elementary school and graduated from public middle school and high school and entered Korean university. And my major is geography education, but I aimed at to be an English teacher, and so I am the major in English geography, and I'm graduated this August.
Why do you want to go?
Want to work for your company? Yeah. Well, and most of all, I do like to be a teacher first, but I went to teachers training this last April, and I saw best side of schools, public school, and I realized there are too many students in one class, about 35 or 40 students, but I think I can't manage all the students. They are used to sleep on the table or doing anything they want or not concentrate on lecturing. So I feel like frustrated about the teacher and lecturing in the school. So I realized I do like to be a teacher, I do like to teach more motivated students who really want to learn English. So I do apply this position.
On the resume, you have been tutoring several times.
Yes.
What did you learn from them?
Definitely, I've learned from them because I learned that students have their own study habits and study method. One of my students are good at reading, but hate would memorize vocabulary or something like those things. So what I do was read the passage thoroughly and look up the dictionary, the words that he or he didn't know, and memorize the dictionary vocabulary, and then read between the lines. And after that, he realized how the vocabulary important it is, and he found out what the method that he liked to. So from the tutoring, I learned students have their own study habits and method, and teachers will too. Teachers should encourage them and motivate them and maximize their potentials. I learned from that.
Good. On the resume, you have a various experience, such as waitress and security assistant.
Yes.
Were they really helpful, or do they have any connection with teaching?
Yes, definitely. Well, I worked about 2 months in Bennigan's family restaurant, and from that experience I learned how communication skills are important. We are living in a society, and during the job and from the process during the job and performance, I learned that how important to deal with the people, others, like coping with others, communication, others. It is so important. I realized that, and I found out the method to improve my communication skills. And teaching is not just one way. Teacher's role is not delivering ideas or delivering just lecturing, but there are also interaction between teachers and among students. How can you deliver the information and how can you get the information from students are so important, and the communication skill that I from the field is so connected with the teachings.
From the application form, you did a British Council correspondent.
Yes.
What did you do there?
British Council correspondent is kind of helper. Well, in Korea, there are a lot of students who want to study abroad, and they are considering just Canada or US. But beside those countries, you can visit London or some cities in England. But there are so many people who consider British are so expensive, then they can't get a lot of information comparing to US. So it is prejudice. So I'd like to inform that there is a lot of financial aid if you have problems with the financially, or you can get a degree in short time like this. Those information I gave them. This is main role as the British Council correspondent.
What's your weak point?
My weak point is I'm too careful. Usually I'm hesitating a lot. If someone asks whether I'm a seeker or doer, I just say I'm both. Before do or before determine what I'm gonna do, I consider too much. It is my weak point, and I hesitating a lot. That is my weak point.
So have you ever missed the chance because of your hesitating?
Yeah. Well, but trivial missing is maybe a lot, but in the important events like considering entering graduate school or applying job, I think a lot and I hesitating a lot. But once I determine, I right away what I did determined it. So the name not much. Maybe I can't remember.
Next, if there is some student who just sleeping during your lecture, what will you do?
If the student is the first time I'm waking up, just wake up and see what did I say. Please say what did I say like this. But he might be regularly just sleep away. There are a lot of students who push them to go to institute, so just no interest at all in my lecturing. So if he regularly sleeps at my teacher time, I'm going to take pop quiz, because the students around the students, like his or her classmates, need to watch or be alert during the class. If someone in sleep, he or she should wake him up. Just do the study like that. So communication and interaction between students are so important. So I'm gonna take pop quiz. You have a responsibility. Just let people just sleep or don't concentrate on my lecturing. Just be cautious and do as a schoolmate like this. So I'm going to take pop quiz.
Last question.
Yes.
What's the important thing in your life?
In my life, yes. There is one motto that I believe in. It is no pain, no gain. Well, it sounds easy, but through the difficulty, I can learn from that. And through the difficulty, without difficulty, I cannot be mature. So when I try hard and doing my best, I can learn from the process. Doing my best, trying to be my best is my motto, and I believe in that.
That's good. Thank you for your time. Do you have any questions?
Yes. I know. Vacation is summer vacation and winter vacation are so important to students. Might be one chance to improve quite a lot during the institution and during the vacation. But institution like this, they should, the students can come and study.
Yeah.
But how about teachers? Do we have vacation too?
Of course, we have a vacation, but as you know, the season of vacation is different from ordinary company. So the summer vacation is at the beginning of September. After school holidays.
Just a month. Oh,
yeah. There is no winter vacation.
Another question to you. What freedom do I have in teaching method? Can I determine the books or teaching method or materials or teaching?
Once I hire you, I'm compiling your ability, so we will give you freedom as possible as you can. But we divide all students into several parts according to their English level. So you should teach your students according to their level. So at first we recommend some textbook, and you can choose one of them. And then you have a freedom of teaching method and teaching materials, other materials. But you should submit your lesson plan before starting your teaching.
Course outline.
Yeah, course outline.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Time.